Hi, my name's David Szymanski. I'm with New Blood Interactive, and I'm working on Dusk, and we're here at Quakecon.
Let's start by talking about the inspiration for Dusk.
Well, Dusk is inspired by like all the FPS from the 90s. So we're talking like Doom, Quake, Redneck Rampage, Blood, just anything you can name basically has inspired it in some way. And so it's, we've got the fast-paced arena multiplayer mode. We've got a full campaign with handcrafted levels and stuff like that. It's basically a shooter from the 90s made today.
What's the storyline within this universe?
Well, everything's kind of a little misty and undisclosed at this point, but basically you wake up on a meat hook, falling off the meat hook with a bunch of chainsaw guys coming at you, ready to carve you up. And there's like a cult, and then there's like Lovecraft nonsense, and there's military nonsense, and it's insanity. And you start to unravel what's going on as you get deeper and deeper into the location.
When you look back into the classic FPSs, what do you feel is new for those people that are coming into shooters today, not knowing those games?
Well, there's a lot for one thing, the movement was a big focus in Dusk, is making sure that the movement is really smooth, really satisfying. The shooting's really smooth, really satisfying. And then we've brought in a couple other elements from other genres, like there's a bunch of interactivity, kind of similar to games like Deus Ex or System Shock, where you can pick stuff up and move it around and interact with the environment in ways like that. It's a very fun, satisfying shooting experience, basically.
When it comes to your development studio, talk a little about that and how big you guys are.
Not very big. I mean, I'm basically the only guy working on Dusk single player, other than our composer, Andrew Hulsholt. And then multiplayer, we've got a team of, I forget how many offhand, about half a dozen guys who are working on the multiplayer component, doing maps, and also working on QA testing the single player. So we're a pretty small operation, all things considered.
And where is New Blood based?
Everywhere. Dave Oshry is our producer. He lives in California. I live in Pennsylvania. Just everywhere. Everyone's from all over. We communicate on Slack and Discord. And
Why did you guys decide Quakecon to be a good place to debut this game?
I mean, it's a good fit for the audience. Lots of Quake players, lots of people who are into that sort of game. We actually showed it here, a much rougher version of it last year, and people loved it. So I think the audience is a good fit.
What is your goal for shipping?
Oh, we don't have a release date set yet, but you can. The game's up for pre-order right now on Steam, so you can buy it already. And if you buy it right now, you get access to Episode 1 instantly, which is 11 levels and one endless arena. So practically, it's you can get Episode 1 right now.
When you talk about Episode 1, like, will this game be released episodically with chunks?
Not exactly, no. It's more like you get Episode 1 now, and then when the game is released proper, then it'll update and you'll get all the other content with it. It's episodic like the old games were episodic, where you had, except we're not making you buy each episode.
And you're not also sending discs out in the mail?
No, not doing that.
So give us a sense of the scope of that first episode, what people will experience.
Well, like I said, it's 11 levels, counting the secret level. It'll take you a couple hours to beat if you rush through it and you're good at these sort of games, or if you want to take your time and secret hunt. I mean, we've had people taking a dozen or more hours just to complete the first episode. And then there's also an endless arena, and that, of course, it's endless, so you can spend as much time as you want in there.